Good morning, students. Today I am going to start a new chapter in Geography class 10th, that is chapter number 4, Agriculture. Actually, only 4 chapters have been kept this time due to the COVID 19 problem, and 30% course has been reduced. These 4 chapters are chapter number 1, chapter number 4, chapter number 6, and chapter number 7. These chapters will be taught to you throughout the year for your board examinations. And in this sequence, actually, chapter number 1 has been completed already. So, this time, chapter number 4 will be completed for you in geography. So, you should open your books and go with me. Dear students, this chapter names as agriculture. Everybody is aware about agriculture because India is the country of farmers. Maximum people or more than 80% people are busy in agriculture. And agriculture is the main base of our survival, and maximum people are busy in this type of work. In India, different types of farmings are there. Here it is given types of farming. Because of the use of instruments, because of the availability of resources, because of the availability of facilities, and because of the availability of technology, different type of farming patterns are used in your country. If you remember, in ancient time, actually the early man, he was using the type of agriculture in his way. Resources were not there, facilities were not there, availability of water was not there. So due to these problems, he was forced to do agriculture in an primitive manner. It is given here primitive subsistence farming. First of all, you should understand the meaning of subsistence farming. Subsistence means how to fulfill your requirement, how to fulfill the requirement for your life, how to survive. Or second meaning, for only family. When people do agriculture for their family, for the use of their family, this word gives you meaning subsistence. Primitive. Primitive means ancient. It means old pattern of farming in India. This type of farming is still practiced in few pockets of India. Primitive subsistence agriculture is practiced on small patches of land with the help of primitive tools and hoe, hoe and digging sticks. It is clear here with the help of ancient type of tools, instruments. When agriculture is done, this type of agriculture is called primitive subsistence farming. This type of farming depends upon the monsoon, natural fertility of soil and suitability of other environmental conditions to the crop grown. In this type of farming, it is required that irrigation facility depends upon rain. Whenever it rains, the farms houses gets the water. In ancient time, jet pumps, summer pumps or other types of modern facilities were not available, and this was the reason the farmers started agriculture on a small patches of land, because it was not possible for them to start agriculture on a large land because facilities were required. So due to the scarcity of instruments, scarcity of water, the people were forced to do agriculture on a small pieces of land. It is slash and burn agriculture. Farmers clear a patch of land and produce cereals and other food crops to sustain their family. This is the important thing. In this type of farming, the farmers use to slash and burn agriculture pattern. What is the meaning of slash and burn? Actually, in ancient time, people generally after harvesting the crop, they take it on burn. They burn them, and after they cut the remaining part of the crop. What was the reason there? After harvesting any crop, they used to burn it and cut all the remaining part of the crop, and that place was left for 2 or 3 years. They did not do agriculture for 2 or 3 years. This is called the slash and burn agriculture. When the soil fertility decreases, the farmers shift and clear a fresh patch of land for cultivation. Means they felt it, they knew with the use of maximum land, with the use of maximum things, the land decreases in its fertility. So it is better to leave it for some time. And during this time, when they leave their land, they use to farm on an other land. Other land was used, other land was cleared for farming. This type of farming, this type of shifting allows nature to replenish the fertility of soil through natural process. In this way, when they cut the crop and leave the place for some year, for 2 or 3 years, they think that this land which have been left by us, it will regain the fertility of soil again if we leave it for some time. Land productivity in this type of agriculture is low as the farmer does not use fertilizers or other modern inputs. At that time, because minimum use of fertilizers was there, this was the reason production was also low. It is known by different names in different parts of country. This type of pattern of agriculture, it was known as different type of names. I have given you the name slash and burn agriculture, but different names have been given for this type of farming. Again, I would like to repeat you, when the farmers seed, when the farmers harvest the crop, they, after harvesting the crop, they leave the land for 2 or 3 years. They also put it on burn and cut the remaining part of the things. The ash is remaining. They leave the place for 2 or 3 years, they search another place for farming and they start farming on those types of lands. Second thing has been given here, that at that time scarcity of fertilizers, scarcity of other things were there, so the production was also low. Other thing has been given here, that slash and burn agriculture is also known as other names in different parts of the country. It means the same type of pattern was known by the different type of names in the country. What it is zooming in northeastern states, this question may come in board. It is zooming in northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland. In these types of states, this type of agriculture, primitive subsistence farming, means slash and burn agriculture, this is known as zooming. In class 6 or 7 I have told you that zooming agriculture is the agriculture when the people or the farmers, after cutting the crop, they leave it for some time. This is called zooming agriculture. So this agriculture is practiced in Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Nagaland. Pamulu in Manipur, Deepa in Bastar. Then this type of agriculture which is called zooming, in Manipur it is called Pamulu. In Bastar it is called Deepa. Chhattisgarh, Bastar is in Chhattisgarh. And Andaman and Nicobar, in Andaman Nicobar, Chhattisgarh, it is called Deepa. In zooming cultivation, it is also known as slash and burn agriculture. It is known as milpa in Mexico. In foreign country also it is having different name. In Mexico it is called milpa and Central America. Coniuco in Venezuela, Ruca in Brazil, Mesol in Central Africa, Ledeng in Indonesia, Re in Vietnam. These are the names of foreign countries where zooming agriculture is known by different names. So many names have been given here: Milpa, Coniuco, Roca, Mesol, Ledeng, Re. This is the name. These are the names which are used in foreign countries for zooming cultivation. In India, this primitive form of cultivation is called Bevar or Dahiya in Madhya Pradesh. In our country, in MP, it is also called Bevar or Dahiya. Which type of agriculture is known as Dahiya or Bevar? Zooming cultivation or slash and burn agriculture. Podyu or Penda in Andhra Pradesh. Pama Dabai or Koman or Bringa in Odisha, Komari in Western Ghats, Velar or Veltier in southeastern Rajasthan, Khil in the Himalayan belt, Korwa in Jharkhand and Jhuming in northeastern region. These are the different names of Jhuming agriculture in our country. See next. Next is intensive subsistence farming. This is the next pattern of farming. First you have read that was primitive subsistence farming. The second has been given intensive subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced in areas high population pressure on land, where population is maximum, where maximum pressure is on land, means requirement is maximum. It is labor intensive farming. Labor is required in this type of farming, where high doses of biochemical inputs and irrigation are used for obtaining higher production. Means for this type of farming which is done for the family, but maximum use of fertilizers, maximum use of tools, maximum use of labor is used for this type of farming. This is called intensive subsistence farming. It means on a large scale, when production is done for the survival of any family, when maximum labor are working, when maximum things are used for this type of farming, it is called intensive subsistence farming. Though the right of inheritance leading to the division of land among successive generations has rendered land holding size uneconomical, because in every family population is increasing, in every family sections are going on, in every family in section people are dividing themselves, in every individual family 4 or 5 persons are there, so they all need the crops, they all need to survive on the land. So in this sequence the land is going to be short. Same land is there but division is going on. Every land has been divided into parts. The farmers continue to take maximum output from the limited land in the absence of alternative source of livelihood, because the size of land is the same but the population is increasing. So only way is there, they whatever piece of land they have got, they have accepted in the family, on that type of a small piece of land they want to produce maximum production. And if you want to get maximum production, you have to use chemicals, fertilizers and other things. Thus there is enormous pressure on agricultural land. So it is the pressure on land, it is giving you maximum. How it is giving you maximum? Because the people for their survival they are using different type of agriculture chemical products, different type of things for getting maximum produce. Next type of farming has been given in your book, that is commercial